so many of you reach out to me, and I'm so thankful, asking me how to find what your life purpose is. How do you know what your life purpose should be, what you're supposed to be doing with your life? And I want to address that in this video because I absolutely love this question. And I really feel like the fact that so many more of you are reaching out to me, so many more of you are asking me about your life purpose, it's telling me that the world is awakening. More people are awakening to the truth of who we are, what we're actually capable of. And when you start to awaken and you realize that nothing in this world is what is true. Nothing in this world is what they led us to believe, whoever they is, but you get what I mean. You wake up and you realize I have a purpose. I have a reason for being here. I know that I have an importance, and you do. And every single person on this planet has an important role to play, some way, somehow. Some of us play the villain. Some of us play the healer. Some of us play the nurturer. Some of us play the neutral ground. Okay? Every single person has a purpose. And what I want to say to this is that a lot of people, when they spiritually awaken, they feel like their purpose has to be spiritual in nature. They feel like they have to start a spiritual business or maybe market themselves as a healer or some kind of spiritual purpose. And I want to say, a lot of you, yes, that is absolutely true. But there are some of you who spiritually awaken who know you have a purpose, that it is simply to be. And I want to explain what I mean. Simply to be. You are being a spiritual example. You are being somebody of love and light. You are being somebody that has compassion, empathy. You are being somebody that expresses joy and gratitude. And when you are being in these states, you are showing other people how to do that. You are showing other people that this is possible. And the more that you do this work, the more that you awaken those around you. So a lot of you, your purpose is simply just to be. And over time, your purpose may start to evolve into something more, something else. I know for me, my purpose was mediumship and connecting with my father who was killed. And that evolved into me teaching mediumship. And that has evolved into me doing Reiki, tarot, theta healing, quantum healing, a lot of different things. And I'm so thankful and grateful for it. But I started my purpose just being myself, being a medium, being somebody who shows up in the world with love and compassion and light. And that led me down other paths of where I was meant to be, supposed to be. And so when you first start awakening, I don't want you to go searching and looking and diving and trying to figure out what your purpose is supposed to be. I personally believe that when you first awaken, your purpose is just to be. Your purpose is to learn, to grow, to expand yourself, to evolve yourself. And as you do that, you're going to expand into other areas of life. You're going to expand into other modalities. You're going to expand into other things that bring you joy. Like me, for example, I love learning languages. I love learning ASL, American Sign Language. I'm trying to learn Italian right now. It's a little difficult, but I'm fluent in French. I'm intermediate to fluent in ASL, although when I try to talk to somebody and they just go, it's so hard for me to understand, but if you slow down, I understand everything. But the point of me telling you that is my purpose in this world can be more than one thing. I love to communicate, I love to talk, I love to share, and so really for me, languages is a way to talk and share. But that doesn't mean it has to be something spiritual. So my purpose is spiritual. in the business that I have here and these videos I'm making for you. But my other purpose is learning languages to bring people together, to communicate, and I absolutely love it. I understand Spanish very well. It's just hard for me to speak Spanish. I'm working on that too. But my mom's family is from Italy directly. And so my mom said to me one day, "Well, we need to learn Italian so we can go to Italy." And I just said, "Okay." Anyway, your life purpose is going to be something that brings you joy, brings you light, brings you love. Once you're out of that stage of just being, and that is not a stage that you can rush. And I don't want you to try to rush that. I know that our world is built on competition, and you see these other people out here who have these beautiful channels and healing businesses. Let me tell you, as you're watching this video right now, it's taken me 5 years to get here. You know, I wanted to take my time. I wanted to grow for myself. I wanted to grow and be my purest, highest self. And I'm so glad that I took my time and I didn't rush things and I didn't try to force a business. I didn't try to force myself to be something that somebody else was because I wanted to be equal to that. So after you've sat in that energy of just being, being the light for others, being the love for others, the compassion for others, letting others see that there is more to this world than ego. There's more to this world than competition. There's more to this world than doing anything you can to get ahead. Then you want to start focusing on what brings you joy, what makes you happy. When I first started my journey, I started out learning mediumship because I wanted to connect to my dad. That was my main purpose. And I wasn't trying to learn mediumship to become a medium. I wasn't trying to learn mediumship to have a business, but it evolved from that. As I was doing the mediumship practice, as I was sitting with myself, loving myself, being with myself, sharing that light, sharing that love, it evolved into a business. It evolved into me becoming a teacher, teaching mediumship. It evolved into me writing a book, which is super scary. It evolved into me starting a podcast, which is even scarier. And I love what I'm doing because I allowed it to evolve. I allowed my soul, my body, my mind, all the above to show me and lead me to where I needed to be. There have been so many times in my life where I've tried to force something to happen. You try to force a relationship to work out, even though you know it's not, or it's not going to. You try to force a relationship with a friend. You try to force a job to work, even though you can't stand it. And those things always fall apart. So when you allow your soul to just be, your purpose and your calling will come to you. For some of you, your purpose and your calling will always be just to be. It will not be anything further than that because, and let me explain, sometimes the light that you can't see, that you're shining out, that you're giving off into the world, just by being next to somebody, your light is changing them. And literally, your job is to go shopping in Walmart because your light is shining on these other people. And you might affect them on some kind of a cosmic level, but you are affecting them. You won't see it. You won't know it. You won't experience it. You won't get a thank you, but it's happening. I believe that with all of my heart and all of my being. Some of us, our purpose is simply to be, simply to show up, because our light, our love, our compassion, our joy, our gratefulness is spread. Even if we don't see it or notice it, it's being spread to the world around us, the people we come in contact with. Then some of you, your purpose is going to be greater, to become a teacher, to become a healer, to become an entrepreneur. Something else will come into your life, but it's going to come easily to you. It's going to be something you've always done. I myself, my sister and I used to love to play school. I have always loved being a teacher. When we would play school, we would have little, okay, I'm going to date myself, you guys, but in the 80s, the TV had a knob, and there was literally 3 channels, and you had to turn that thing so hard to get to the next channel. But there was channels in between that were just static. Okay, and if you turn the TV on the static, you could put a piece of paper up on the TV, and we would pretend it was a whiteboard. Now, in the 80s, whiteboards were not invented. So me and my sister, we invented whiteboards, okay? And we would pretend to be in school. And I loved being the teacher. I loved to pretend to teach the class. And so when I started this business, I never correlated the fact that I have always loved teaching. I have always loved communicating. Your purpose in life is going to be something that comes very natural to you. And I know a lot of people, they reach out to me and say, I don't have a purpose. I don't know what I'm naturally good at. Sometimes you're naturally good at just being. Are you somebody that people confide in all the time? Are you somebody that somebody comes to talk to all the time? Are you someone who, I have a friend like this, we can be out having drinks and people will just come talk to her. For no reason, strangers compliment her on something and then they get into a conversation. That is your purpose, just being. And I know we live in a world where everybody expects you to do, have, go. But in the spiritual aspect of things, just being is so powerful. We don't ever just be. We're never taught to just be. We're taught to constantly be thinking, constantly be overanalyzing, constantly be moving, constantly be doing something. And so when it comes time to finding our purpose, we think our purpose involves these huge grand actions when sometimes they don't involve action at all. So just being is a life purpose. Your life purpose will come to you super easily. Your life purpose will be something you are naturally good at. Your life purpose will be something that you feel good doing. If you have to show up to a job you don't like, that's not your life purpose. If you have to go to this place, whatever, I'm trying to think of things out off the top of my head. You have to drive here, you have to drive there. That's not your life purpose. Your life purpose doesn't have anything to do with driving if you hate driving. Okay, you get what I'm saying. Your life purpose doesn't have anything to do with water, swimming, if you don't like swimming. Your life purpose will be something you enjoy, something you like doing. But don't stress yourself out about it. It will come to you naturally. The more that you sit with yourself, the more that you love yourself, learn about yourself, you will start unlocking doors inside of yourself that have been closed off because you've been programmed to believe that you aren't anything strong or powerful. But as you awaken, as you spiritually open your light inside of you, these things will start to become so obvious to you that you're like, how did I not know this before? So if your life purpose is not coming to you, you really don't know what it is. Sometimes it's about just being and staying in that phase for a while until you realize or know what it is. And it'll be something easy. But don't get yourself caught up in that hamster wheel of, I have to have a life purpose. No, you don't. No, you don't. Sometimes our life here is to just be, to have fun, to live, to explore, to go out in the world and see the world. I've had clients where I've done past life readings where they have been doing something in every life. They've been a soldier in one life. They have been a mother to 10 kids in one life. I'm not exaggerating here, like 10 kids in one life. And then they have lifetimes where their purpose is to rest. Their purpose is not to go out there and find something. Their purpose is to love themselves, enjoy their life, however that enjoyment comes for them, and just be. We have lives that are just for rest. So don't don't get yourself all worked up if you don't know what your life purpose is. I hope this video really helped you understand. You are perfect and magical the way you are, just being a light in the world. That is a purpose beyond measure. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am hosting a free quantum healing energy for the liver on November 2nd at 7 a.m. You can get all that information on my website, soulcareintuitive.com. I'll put some links down below. Again, this is a free quantum energy healing where you're going to get on a Zoom call with me as a group, and we're going to heal parts of your liver, remove blockages, and it's going to be amazing. Sign up on my website, and I'll see you on November 2nd. Bye.